One of the reasons why I was so happy that you were going to be on is because, you know, people know me now, right?
Yes.
But you have context, like you legit have a before and after picture. Like
Yes.
you know who I was before I got saved, when I got saved, and you've seen me grow through all of these periods. And it's like when you have someone that's been with you from the very inception, from the very beginning, there's just a deeper appreciation because at any time in my journey of faith over the last 26 years, it could have been easy to be like, ugh, that's an ugly duck. You know what I mean? I hope they turn into a swan because that looks like trash right now.
Oh.
Man, you were always so encouraging to me. You helped me get a job. I was working for animal control. Like I was legit going door to door. I was knocking on doors, checking people that I had a list of people that had pets. And my job was to go door to door and see if their pets were licensed, if they had proper licensure for their pets. I've never been cussed out so many times in my natural born life. I have never heard, I'm talking like I've never seen middle class suburban America cuss this much. Just asking to see if your dog got a license. I mean,
I guess he didn't if they were cursing.
Well, they didn't because everybody was cussing.
Ooh.
It was like, I don't know. I guess that question should never be asked because I guess people just start cussing if you ask that question.
Okay.
It just turns like pet lovers into like demons. I don't know. They were bad. But like you took me out of that. Like it's one thing to support somebody and like, oh man, I hope it works out for you. It's another thing to be like, hey, you want a job? Like not like I know a friend that got a place that you could probably work. They own a McDonald's franchise and maybe you can be what was the dude on the McDonald's, the old school, Calvin. You know what I mean? You could be Calvin. You can come up like Calvin did. Janette worked for this place called JWT Specialized Communications.
Yes.
And all I remember is tear sheets and ads and all kind of stuff. I didn't even know to this day. I worked there for like almost a year. I still don't know what I did. I legit like, what'd you do there? Whatever Janette told me to. I don't even know if I did it right. I don't know if Janette wanted to fire me or whatever. But like you got me that job, then let me stay at your house Monday through Friday to get to that job. It wasn't like, man, I did you a solid. You got a job. Get there. Like you're like, you can stay with me and then we can drive in together and all that kind of stuff. And like, and you just didn't do it for me. You did it for Richie. You did it for Rob. You did it for like, I mean, Jody.
Yeah.
Oh my
Andrea
God.
got a job.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you was like the hookup artist. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just, you've just always been this beautiful, connecting person.
You know, it warms my heart, Tim, to be able to help. The scripture that comes to mind often and that I live by is, if you see your brother have a need and you shut up your bowels of compassion, how dwelleth the love of God in you? And that means everything to me. And so it's difficult for me to see someone with a need and walk away. Homeless people disturb me. You know, if I can directly help, if I've got an extra floor, you know, an extra pillow, or however I can help, I wanted to do that. I know we have to be more cautious and cognizant in this day and time to a degree, but
you're right.
And I still help, you know, I still help to this day. I have a family in my home, but it warms my heart because whatever I have, it's because God gave it to me. And if I can bless somebody else to partake of whatever he's given me, then, I mean, that's worth living for, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
That makes life worth living.
You went to King James to cite that reference.
Yes.
And the first thing I thought about is how many people if your bowels of compassion are shut up, how many people are walking around constipated?
Ooh, come on now.
That's the first thing that popped in my head. Like, if your bowels of compassion are shut up, then there is a generosity is literally constipated. There is a blockage and it does not flow because we live in a very cynical world now. Like,
Yes.
people are just like, we squint eyes so quick what you need it for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, I got a sign, I need some money, I'm hungry. But what you gonna do with it?
Right, right,
Like, does that matter? Like,
right. I might need a brew right now. Just to
listen, I love the transparency of the people that got the little
I need
signs
a
that
drink.
be like, hey man, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I need Thunderbird.
straight up to
Life
deal
ain't
with this.
life ain't been good. I need a whole Colt 45.
Okay.
I need me a Schlitz malt liquor. I'm gonna drink a 40 ounce and then I'm gonna fill out my resume. But I need this drink first, fam.